Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Captain Sandy and Leah Ray show. And I am personally so excited for our next two guests, Kelly Dodd, who...
Is that still your last name?
It's Kelly Leventhal, but
I'm so sorry.
You.
I just
we
know
don't
you.
care.
I
You don't care?
attention.
Leventhal and Rick Leventhal.
That's right. We're very excited.
Yeah, I couldn't... You what?
That is my name.
Yeah.
That's his name. So do you want me to start over or do you...
You want?
No.
But you can call her Kelly Dodd. It's really fine.
Totally
Yeah, you can call
loved
her Kelly
it.
Dodd.
Thought it was funny. I think it's good stuff.
I think she should... Can you...
No,
I'm going
you
to
do it over. No, you do it. No, I like it. It's good. I say we go with it.
Leventhal.
People like raw. They like
Yeah.
raw. They like
Okay, let's not cut it.
I like raw. I like raw and real because we make mistakes because we're human beings, right?
Right.
So welcome to the Captain Sandy and Leah Ray show. And I'm very excited right now for our next two guests, Kelly Dodd Leventhal and Rick Leventhal, who are like, I feel like I've known you forever, Kelly, and Rick, you too. And I'm so happy to see you happy because we've spoken a lot about a lot of stuff and we have daughters the same age and all of that. So yeah, welcome to our show. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too. So I have a question. When I was in that car with you, it was the Pride when we did Gay Pride in New York. Was that when you first met him?
No, I didn't meet Rick. I met Rick that weekend.
Yeah, it was actually a few days later.
A few days later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was single at the time.
Not for long, though.
No, okay,
Yeah,
so then
not for
maybe, I saw you somewhere and you go, I'm going to marry him or something.
No, it was a second time. So we went to Pride together, you and I. And then that's where we talked. And then you and I were at BravoCon.
Oh,
it's
yeah, BravoCon.
And remember we were getting our makeup done?
Yeah. Yes.
And we're like, I think you're going a little too fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You told me you said that.
Yeah.
I was like, have her.
And now look,
Right. But look.
when you know, you know.
Yes. And it's pretty awesome because you're an awesome guy, Rick. Like I watched you for, like you were, I really, for me, like, because I like serious people in the news and you were really cool to watch.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my family loved you.
They loved him.
My family loved you, Rick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
The ladies, especially the older ladies.
Well, yeah, I don't know. My dad, my whole family, they were big fans of yours for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I'm excited for your guys' podcast and, but hopefully we'll be on yours as well. But
I would love to have you on. I actually wanted to have you guys on because I went on Ted and Asia's yacht in St. Bart's, and I just wanted to know a little bit about like decorum. Like, when somebody invites you, do you tip people like after like the staff?
So basically, it's one tip at the end of the charter based on the performance of the crew.
But this wasn't a charter. This wasn't a charter,
Right, because if it's someone, they own the yacht, then we were told that you don't tip because
You don't
they,
tip them.
and you're their guest.
That's right. So were you a guest of the owner of the boat?
Yes.
You don't tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, good.
It's a no-go. Right. You do not tip. Because
Well, we went.
did you?
No, we didn't tip because she said not to.
Right.
That's right.
But Rick offered to pay for gas one time on my first yacht.
Our second date.
Yeah, I bet you rethought that after you.
I had no idea what was to fool that boat. And they started laughing when I said, "Can I at least fill the gas tank?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's 50
That'll be
grand."
100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's
He goes,
50,000.
"No, I'm not. Okay, I'm out."
Well, I'll give you 50 bucks.
Well, so many people know you, Kelly, from the Orange County Housewives show. And I personally, you were like my favorite ever. So I was actually sad to see you, not be on the show anymore because you were just so real, authentic, beautiful, outspoken, and represented so much of what I would wish I could say at times. So do you miss being on the show at all?
I don't miss being on the show. I miss the paychecks.
Yeah.
I miss
That's
the
honest.
paychecks. I don't miss the fighting. I don't miss the fake friendships. I don't miss the it just felt icky all the time.
Stress.
The stress.
It was stressful.
No, it was stressful. I don't miss that, but I do miss going to like being on like, doing press junkets. I miss that. I like that, when I used to go on E and I would do, Australia, Good Day Out Australia. Like I would do all these different press junkets. Those, KTLA, like things like that. Those were fun for me. It was that part I liked. But being on the show, no, because when they edit you on the show, you're like, wait, half the people believe you and half the people don't. It's kind of always like people are attacking you. I felt like.
Right.
I can't say or do anything right.
And are you still friends with other cast members?
No, I'm friends with Vicky. I talked to Vicky.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You were friends with a couple.
I was friends with Shannon for a long time, and
Even Tamara.
I was friends with them. And then as soon as they got in cahoots together, there was some things that were said, and we're no longer we don't speak anymore.
If I could just interject, I think some of the women were scared to talk to Kelly after she got fired because they were worried if they were friends with her that they'd suffer the same fate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so ridiculous to me.
Well,
It's
Emily for sure, and Gina for sure.
I wasn't going to name names, but Kelly did not hold back.
Shannon did.
That's what I love about her. What's on her lungs, on her tongue?
Stuck by me.
She did.
She
At
stuck
first,
by me.
at first she did, yeah.
Yeah, Shannon stuck by me, but Shannon's very difficult. She's hard to deal with. She's got a good heart. She's got a good soul. She's just a lot. She's one of those people that is so high drama that it kind of sucks the life out of you. You know what I mean? Like it's really, really hard to talk to her because she'll have you on the phone. Woe is me, victim. And it's kind of hard to have a relationship where it's like always one-sided.
Yeah.
Like it was like, everything was like, oh, I'm filming today, I'm doing this. And Rick would get mad, be like, it
would bother me because she would call Kelly complaining about her job after Kelly got fired from the same job, and it just seemed to me that she didn't have any empathy. But she would also call late at night and keep Kelly on the phone for a couple of hours at night. And, when she would be on the phone, I'd just be like, oh, I guess I'm going to watch a movie or something. It didn't really matter what we were doing because Shannon's on the phone now and she would dominate Kelly's time. But again, we're always about woe is me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you find out who your friends are because I know how it feels to, I went through with the church where they're your friends and you have intimate conversations and you spill your life. And then, oh my gosh, I come out with Sandy and I'm X'd from the church. And then all of a sudden those people leave me and they don't want to be attached to me because they think, oh my gosh, if I support Leah in a same-sex relationship, then maybe they'll think that of me. And it's very hurtful, when you think someone's your friend and just because you go through something, that they don't stand by you. Through thick and thin.
Especially when, most of the people from Orange County, as you know, Leah, most of us are conservative.
Right.
I consider myself a libertarian. I have liberal views, but I'm also fiscally conservative in a lot of ways. I believe I support gay marriage and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I it's just funny, like, now these times are just even more divided and there's more hate than ever. And it's just now it's making me feel like, wait, am I a right-wing Republican? Because people are just so hateful. They call you racist. They call you a bigot. And it's like, it's these people that to me are like these white, woke, social justice people. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like
they try to paint you.
They try to,
label you things you aren't.
Right.
It happens every day.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because I worked for the billionaires before the TV show, right? So I was shoulder to shoulder with the decision makers on the planet, right? They're the billionaires, and when you work next to them and for them, because I was their captain, you hear their views, and it's really they're in the middle, which I think is really important because when you run a big corporation, you can't be left or right. You have to be in the middle because you have so many different personalities and nationalities you're working with. And that's, I think, what the maritime industry is great about as well, because your opinion and what you think of people has to stay with you. It's really none of your business what other people do in their personal lives. And I think when you're on TV, people get to take shots at you, and they don't live their authentic life. Like, they are pigeonholed themselves, so they project it onto us, like the people in the mainstream media, which is very difficult. And one of the things that I've been able to stay grounded through this whole fame thing is because I know who I am as a human being. Like, my feet are on the ground. I know that without this TV show, I will continue to be a maritime in my industry. I will continue to be a captain without TV, right? I had a successful career before I got to television, and a lot of people are threatened. So when they see someone that's as beautiful as you and as handsome as you and as beautiful as you, a lot of people are threatened by that because they want that, but they don't know how to get that. But it's not the outside beauty, it's the inside beauty. And I think what I really love about both of you is that you are authentic, and what is on your lung is on your tongue. And sometimes you don't have a filter, and that's what makes you so...
I love it.
Yes, and I think it's so awesome.
Remember when I saw that video of Kelly, about the ex-husband thing, right?
Yeah.
And I go, oh my gosh, I need to call Kelly because I don't have that backbone. I so much wanted to just lay in bed and just
Although she did put it on Facebook the other day, and she took it down.
I texted Kelly and I said, I wrote finally, because I was afraid, like, which I love about you. You're fearless, but with a reason. Like, you don't just fight for things just because. Like, you really are well thought out and well spoken about why you're doing what you're doing. And same as Rick, you're both educated, really smart, amazing people. So,
but Kelly is remarkable in that way, and I tell her this all the time. I've never met anyone like her. I've never met anyone as raw and unfiltered as she is.
Because he has a filter made.
Because he was...
I had to have one my
Yes,
whole
of
career.
course.
I couldn't,
right, same.
I couldn't be out
Or
there
he'd
with
be like
my-
the other guys
Yeah,
right now today.
I was very, very careful my entire journalism career.
You have to
and then I meet Kelly, who is like the opposite of careful. She just says whatever's on her mind. And when we do a daily show now on YouTube, and sometimes I look at her and go, you want to leave that in there? Like, because she just, goes off the edge. And she's like, yeah, I don't care.
I feel like I've just totally misunderstood all the time.
And it shows you the power of media and the power of bullying, and how people can bully you and
twist it
and change, just everything in the press for people who have lost their careers because of something.
Right.
Those keyboard warriors in the back, like why are you so angry? Like, I'm on a group chat, and it's like, why are these people so angry? Like, what is making them so mad and so
It's hard because, again, when you're on television, you can't really... It's so funny. I was just in Tallahassee, and I have to be very careful where I position myself next to who. And it's ridiculous. I don't have to agree. The one thing I really admired about being in Tallahassee is the Republicans and the Democrats are all friends, and they get along. It isn't what you see on TV. It was really incredible. And how... they're allowed to have their views on certain points, and you can have that disagreement, but it doesn't have to be war.
No, exactly.
Right.
Right.
We can all disagree. We can agree to disagree. We can learn from each other's ideas. And
exactly.
And that's why you were such a great reporter. Like, you did such a great job, because I feel like you were always fact-driven and not opinion-driven. No. And so many
And I was actually in Tallahassee for 31 days. But during the hanging Shad controversy back in 2000.
Yeah.
But he watches some things that are opinionated, and he can't stand it. Like, you'll watch some things with some of your old coworkers, and you'll watch the opinion stuff, and you're like, oh my God. Like,
because it does sway the person who doesn't have a solid grounding of who they are. It's like a lot of people are struggling just trying to figure out who they are. So when they hear this on television or through social media, they're like, oh, that looks great. Let me go with that. And then all of a sudden they have their opinions. They don't have their own, because they've never really formed mentally and taken care of their own mind and created their own belief system. And that's really it. It's like, you can be influenced by anyone. That's why we have influencers. I was just sharing with Lolo. We called it peer pressure when I was growing up. right? So I started smoking pot because my neighbor, actually, my first drug was a Quaalude because she handed it to me on the bus and it's like, oh, what are you, one of those? And I was a good kid. And then,
Well, I remember Quaaludes. I
yeah,
love
714, like changed my life. It was the magic bus ride, I must admit.
I mean, I was a teenager in the 70s. I did my share of
We
Quaaludes.
sat on Wolf of Wall Street. That's all I know.
That's hilarious.
That's an
funny.
accurate prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So so I was talking to Lauren and saying you could be
my daughter.
you could through peer pressure. She goes, I'm not pressured by my peers. I go, okay, influenced, because she identified with that word. Because I go, people get paid to influence people on social media because they influence, and it's just that, and that's the same thing. And when these people have these crazy thoughts and they start getting on that bandwagon by attacking us, it's like, just calm down. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. You just see what's edited on television or what someone else's opinion is. But when you meet me, I guarantee you'll change your opinion of me.
Yeah.
Which, Leah, you're only in Colorado because of your daughter, right?
Yes, she has one more year of high school, but we stayed here. Sandy moved from LA to be with me, which thank God.
So not.
Love, that's love. She reminds me
She's
every
going to
day.
give me a T-shirt that says
Every
I
day.
moved here for her.
Yeah, I'm here. People are here and they're like, they stop us her on the street, and I take the pictures, and they go,
That's
"Why
like
are
me.
you living?"
That's
Yeah,
like me.
exactly. And they go, "Why are you here?" And she's like, "For Leah, for love, But we're building a home in Florida, and we're gonna be out there for sure. I'm definitely not a Colorado. I'm not a cold weather person.
Right.
But,
Colorado's a great state.
Colorado's amazing.
In Florida.
Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra.
Yeah, Ponte
Ponte
Vedra.
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 Live there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
love
like
it.
Nocatee area. Yeah, so I'm very excited.
That's
and
beautiful.
Beautiful.
so
I
beautiful.
love it there.
Yeah. But what you said about being on TV, that reminded me of one of the things that Kelly and I talked about quite a bit, is that if they had asked her back, we are convinced that they would have tried to make both of us look bad. You can't control the edit. You can't control how they portray you. And I think that's one of the things that we continue to see.
Like, I feel like, I saw Teresa Giudice and Louis in St. Bart's, and people can't stand Louis. And I was like, that is so sad that she's in love with this man. That's her rock. That's her everything. And people are beating up on her husband.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that and thinking that would have happened to him if he would have been on an extra year. You know what I mean?
And I formed an opinion about Louis based on what I saw on TV. And then I met him and I was like, I really like the guy.
nice guy.
Really like him. Like, he was a fantastic person. Nothing like you see on TV. But, some things always happen for a reason. I mean, if he would have been on again the next year, I'm glad that he's not a part of that.
Yeah.
He's too professional for that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
your show's very different than mine. So, and you have a different production company. And I always talk about this on our show. We evolved together because obviously we're doing a job. So there's a lot of stuff they can't really interfere with. And I think, I always say this, if you have bad behavior, then that's bad behavior, right? So a lot of the clients, it's like, I have a lot of people that want to come on the show and they go, but they'll edit me poorly. I go, they don't edit you poorly. Your actions are poorly. So if you have poorly actions, they're going to kind of edit that in.
it's more exciting.
Yes, but it's just be mindful of the amount of alcohol you consume, because at that point, and this is me, I always say, when you lose control, they gain control, right? So just don't lose control, because when you lose control, you've handed over.
Those are wise words.
Those are really wise words.
Yes.
I told her that. Just kidding.
My sister actually told me that.
I'm just teasing. I told her sister.
Yeah, my sister told me that because I was doing a Watch What Happens Live, and she goes, remember this, Sandy, when you lose control, they gain control.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
so
you're
true.
right. And then for me, because I'm in recovery, I was always in trouble because of I lost control and the alcohol took over. And that happens so often, especially on your show, and I'm sure, I'm sure watching it's like, holy shit, I actually acted like that.
Oh,
they
yeah.
Can't
I
edit
say
bad
that all the
behavior.
time.
How long have you been sober?
33 years.
Oh my.
Wow.
But I didn't get sober until I was 25. So I've been arrested. I've been rejected. I've been affected. I've been infected, and I've been kicked out of my family. Like like doors have been closed on me because I was the total destruction tornado that ripped through everybody's life. And it was, car crashes, jails, institutions, and almost death. And I finally got clean at 25. I was older, but it was my time.
But after 33 years, you still consider yourself in recovery.
Absolutely. Because it's a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of my condition, the work I put in. So some days, we just learned this today. I love this. More often, the depressed people are living in the past. They're thinking about what they could have done differently. The people that suffer from anxiety are living in the future, what could happen. So they're anxious about because they don't know. People that live in the present are usually calmer. More balanced. And so the daily reprieve is the balance of staying. We're taught, tell
Yeah, if
Leah,
I go through something, she goes, stand on my feet.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
look at where your feet are. Take
so I
a
stand.
breath.
She goes, yeah, where are your feet?
Yeah, where are your feet? Because where your feet are isn't where your head is right now. And so, because you're a forward liver, like you always think about what could happen. So you have
I'm a planner.
That's how I am.
Well, not the
I'm a
planning.
planner.
Not the planning.
Yeah.
Planning's different.
Planner.
Oh, the
She's
fear of the future.
The fear of the future.
Like,
yeah.
I'm a
No,
planner.
I'm like that. I have anxiety because I'm always afraid of what could happen. I
yeah,
guess.
I'm the same.
Yeah. So, and it's like centering back. And so we are not there just to take, we're there to give it away too. So that's why I go back.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But she'll come to me and say, hey, babe, I think I need to find a meeting today. Like, it's not like there are days where she's like, I need a meeting.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, what do you say? It's
Daily
like
reprieve.
it's like a dust, like the
magic
like
dust.
a magic dust. That
Just
helps
like
her.
sitting in that room because I know I'm doing the right thing. And then you'll hear someone share an experience that they've gone through and you don't feel so alone. And you're like, wow, that's how they handled that or they dealt with that. So you walk away with sometimes tools to go back and use. For me, that's why who you see on TV from me is everything I learned working a 12-step program. This was not a leadership course. I did not take the Dale Carnegie leadership thing. I didn't go to all these conferences. I went to a 12-step program and I worked the steps. And that's why people go, oh my God, you're such a great leader. You're so patient. You're so kind. You're so this. And it's because of all the work I've done and continue to do because it's a daily learning like today. Now I know. I shared this story when I took over Captain Lee's show for a little bit. Very hard to do, by the way. And I was intimidated by the boat and I looked back and the champion, gold medal winner, Hall of Famer, tennis pro, Gigi Fernandez was behind me filming over my shoulder, waiting for the moment for me to take it off the dock. It was blowing 27 knots of wind. And I'm like, the cameras are in front of me. And I know the producers are thinking, is she going to take it off the dock or is she just going to sit here? Because I was like going back and forth because I was living in the future. Like, what if I hit those rocks?
I crash.
What if I get set up here? What if I lose an engine? All this stuff was going through my head because it was 1,000 tons. And I've never driven a boat that weighs 1,000 tons. The 600 tons was the max. 1,000 tons is a lot. So I finally take it off the dock, which is really cool, on Gigi's charter, made it out the channel, very narrow. And then as I'm coming back in, I lose steering. So now I'm like, holy shit. And I'm going too fast because to slow 1,000 tons down takes a lot of engine and to slow it down. But I regained steering and it all worked out. But the inside of my body, the feelings I had were crazy, but I didn't overreact because I just stayed focused on what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Good job.
It was amazing. I got some gray hair.
It'd be a better story if you wrecked the
hair-
boat, though.
Yeah,
I know. I thought
right?
it'd be good footage. That's what I thought, but it would end the show because
Have
we
you ever
wouldn't have
wrecked a boat before?
No.
No.
Oh, yes, once. And I didn't wreck it, but I owned a 72 Mangusta. I had a partner, and I ran it aground. So I was going in intercoastal, and I had Norma Therese in the car in the boat, and I was like, "What happens on the boat stays on the boat," because it went whoop. It was mud, and I just backed out because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't.
Have you guys ever heard of that yacht, Mad Summer?
I haven't.
The one that was arrested. Oh, that
that?
was monkey business. Mad Summer. Yeah, I know Mad Summer.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
We
nice
went on that
boat.
boat.
We toured it
We
once
toured it once.
Oh, cool.
while it was docked.
Yeah, Bill
it's
Gates
beautiful.
chartered it for I think $2 million for a week.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
beautiful
wow.
boat. Mad
Yeah.
Summer. Yeah.
So you guys are, I saw you guys, are you flipping houses or you built something new or is it Palm Desert or Palm Springs or?
We bought a house in Palm Desert and gutted it, completely renovated it.
Put a pickleball court in it.
Oh my
tricked out
gosh,
the backyard.
I want to play pickleball.
Yeah.
It's a really cool spot. It's just 2 blocks up the hill from El Paseo, like in the heart of Palm Desert. And
So that's a rental property.
Okay.
yeah, we're making money on it.
House in the Hamptons, it's also a rental property. So
But we,
great.
you know, we spend as much time there as we can in between tenants. We're going this weekend, and then we hope to live there at least most of the year. Once
But if-
first all goes to college.
I'm in a jail sentence, like here in living here because I have one more year to go. And I'm like,
Oh, like me.
To the beach. So like the last year is going to be the best year here in Newport Beach, I think, because we're 5 doors from the sand. Like it's amazing, this location.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we're out bike riding, walking. Like we're
Yes.
really healthy here.
Yeah.
Right. I miss Newport.
Where's your house in the Hamptons? Like what city?
In West Hampton.
West Hampton.
Yeah, it's
AJ
right
Hammer.
off the bay.
AJ
it's a
Hammer.
really nice piece of property, 2/3 of an acre, just tiny, like, crappy little house, but great views and
Yeah, good
quiet.
fence on it.
Yeah, make money on it. That's where I met Kelly. I was having a summer party, July
Oh.
19th.
BravoCon when I was with you.
Yeah, that's pretty
that's so
awesome.
nice.
I
That's
love the
We were at
Hamptons.
BravoCon. We were at Pride.
At Pride.
Yeah,
the
I
Pride.
love the
Wound up with
Hamptons.
Ramona at Ramona's house in Southampton, and then
that's where
Ramona
we
met a
saw
buddy of mine the night before, and they hooked up. And my buddy was coming to my party, and Ramona's like, "Let's go, come on!" And dragged Kelly to my house, kicking and screaming, and
Yeah.
And there you
somehow
go.
managed to convince her to fall in love with me.
See, that was meant to
That's
be.
so great. And your daughter Jolie's doing well. She's same age as my daughter, so
They're
they're going to be
We need
senior.
meet.
She got a
Yeah,
job
for
like
sure.
right down the street from us here at a restaurant as a hostess, and she's crushing it.
She busts tables, so she'll
That's so
come home
great.
with tips, and they're like, it looks like she, just got off the pole.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. It's so nice to have our daughters work, though. I mean, I'm making Lola pay for her own gas, and she gets
too.
her braids. She's like, "Hey, mom, I'm like, yeah, go get a job." It's just
It teaches them so much skills.
Yes.
Like my friend, my cousin's son's 18. She's like Rebecca's son, Dylan. He's 18. She's like, he's never had a job. I'm like, wow. Jolie came home. She was like, she learns how people, to answer to somebody, to like complete a task. She knows exactly how much things are.
Got to be on top.
You know, to be on time.
Right.
Teaches responsibility. I mean, there's so many good things to having a job at 16 years old.
agree.
Yeah, better appreciate the value of a dollar.
So now she was
Yep.
like, now she knows how much things are.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yes, that's it, the work ethic. So I spoke to a university of kids, and I'm like, you know what? The guy that spoke before me, he's like, go change the world. And I'm like, it was my turn. I'm like, go change the work ethic.
Yeah. Get up.
Yep. Get up.
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah, get up.
Clean your
That's
room.
right. That's what I love about our show, because it does show a good work ethic. Like, it definitely highlights that. They play hard, they work hard.
Oh,
And
I
that's-
love that. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But I think working in a ship, because I said I would love Jolie to do that.
Oh yeah.
Because you get to see the world. You can collect all your money and, not have any place to live. Like, you don't have to have a car payment. You can just bank all your money in. But it's hard work. Like,
Hard work.
Send her to school.
work.
Send her to there's a class in San Diego. It's 1 week course. It's $1,000. It's called STCW. Put her in that. She needs a physical and a drug test. 2 things. That's all she needs. 1 week. Send her to me. I will get her on a boat.
Does she have to dive?
wow.
No, she does
Okay,
not.
that's a great.
That's a great offer. Thank you.
No, but you know what? We're 50,000 crew members short today. Our
Great.
industry went up 900% during COVID. That's why I was in Tallahassee talking about the maritime industry, the workforce development.
Her
It was
charity
real-
is to raise money.
Yeah,
The
to
Captain
send-
Sandy charity.
Yeah, to get starting in Florida, to get the maritime industry into public schools for kids to say, hey, this is an alternative to college, because not everybody's West Point material or college material. Or even if you do go to college, you might go, hey, this is a great industry. We have the best parties. The parties are epic, first and foremost. Secondly, it's lucrative. You make a lot of money. You're surrounded with different cultures, different languages. You're immersed in, you're out of the bubble, and you go see what the news is like over there, and you go, wow, this isn't really opinionated. This is just reporting the facts. This is actually really
what do those
interesting.
deckhands make?
So $3,500 to $4,000 a month plus medical, plus they get a month paid holiday a year. So they get 2.5 days off per month.
Uh-huh.
They pay for nothing.
Right.
There's
Right.
no living expenses.
But there's so many different like positions, right?
Yeah, so
in
that's
that
a yacht
industry.
crew, right? So then you can advance. If you want to go the deck route and become a captain, just say, I want to work on deck. They'll put her on deck. If she wants to go interior, learn the wines, learn all the service. There's so many different types of service. But she could be a young intern for a charter broker company. Charter brokers make
Sales
a lot, or sales, and they make a ton of money.
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch coming into her world, and you become a family too. Like the relationships she has are lifelong, and they're amazing
Worldwide.
worldwide, and the culture.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, wow, like this is amazing. It's very unique.
And once you're in and they see that you have a good, strong work ethic, they'll be behind you. Like Kevin Merrigan, I'm just going to use him. He founded Northrop and Johnson. He didn't found Northrop and Johnson. He took it over, but he's the chairman now. I sold it to Marine Max, and he's just all about, he's helping me with my charity. He's behind it. But he too, he goes, Sandy, we need people. We need people. And that's the whole reason him and I were in Tallahassee 3 days ago. Was for the workforce development for the maritime industry. So all she needs, there's a school in San Diego, and she needs her ENG1, which is a medical. I'll send you everything.
Oh, that's cool.
And what's the minimum age? 18?
18.
And we'll go visit them, Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. So where are you guys on your podcast? Are you guys on Spotify, Apple, Patreon?
Where are we on? I don't know.
think like all of it,
All
really.
of it. Yeah. So basically, we changed producers, obviously. And so now we're going to do seasons instead of weekly, which is easier for me because of the schedule.
Schedule is hard.
Yeah, it's hard. And then, because Leah has an epic story to get out there as well. And I want people, this podcast is to help. I always want to give a solution to something because, there are a lot of listeners for everybody, right? Everybody has their thing. I'm not the Bravo salacious person. We're not that. We're like real life stuff that's happening. And that's the solutions we want to give with this, which is really cool. But, fans of yours, of course, and I love what's on your lungs, on your tongue. So I think that's important, especially in today's world with kids. It's okay.
Yeah, and it's okay not to agree, and people can still be loving and friendly and give each other grace. And I think that's what we try to do. The next right thing is in our lives is, obviously like love is love, but truly walk the walk, in our lives. And it's, I don't know.
It's all good. And we're so happy.
Oh, good.
Can we
I'm
finish
glad.
now?
You guys look happy.
Sandy's done now.
Yeah, because I have questions for you off the camera.
Okay, we're done.
Off the camera?
Okay, do your thing. Close it up.
Oh, close it up?
Yeah.
See how she is? She goes, close it up, babe.
Yeah, close it up.
Yeah. No, you close it up.
I don't know how.
You don't know how to close it up? Well, anyway, thank you everyone for joining us on the Captain Sandy and Leah Ray show. And we're so happy we got a chance to talk with Kelly and Rick, right? They're amazing.
Totally.
And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click on the little clicky thing and subscribe and support our channel. And we look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, feel free to write us.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank
you very
you.
much.
Don't go yet.
And we
Okay.
hope your listeners check out our show too
Yeah.
on patreon.com, The Rick and Kelly Show, and also on YouTube.
Yes.
We do a daily smash every day on YouTube, and we have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Yes, I watch it and I love it.
He has the best.
thank
He has the
you.
best voice.
The best voice, exactly.
Yeah, he does.
I know.
Nothing's gonna hold